What's up, man? It's the Bronco at the Frog coming at you with another reaction video. Why has the 2026 Ballon d'Or not presented itself a clear favorite yet? Or a clear two favorites? I swear I done heard about 3 or 4 names out there. I done heard Larry Lane, I done heard Rodri, I done heard Yamal, I done heard Usman Dembele for the back-to-back. It's all up in the air. Gold 90, go subscribe to him. He said he heard Dan's was winning. Go subscribe to Gold 90 Extra and Gold 90 for making this video. In my opinion, I feel like you should give it to mans like Larry Lane, because word on the street, he had the 2nd greatest statistical season in a calendar year behind the great Messi. Now people saying give it to Rodri because he was player. He won the Rodri got gifted the golden ball even though he was robbed. That hoe definitely should have went to mans like Messi or Kylian Mbappe, but they gave the nigga like Rodri for whatever reason. I already know I'm gonna make y'all mad as hell when I say this, but the nigga had 0 goals and 0 assists throughout the tournament. They gave this nigga player of the tournament based off of all those advanced stats like passes completed. This nigga won a player of the tournament off of passes completed, man. Never thought I'd see the day. But then you got Yamal. You know, he had a great club season, but he kind of shunned in the during the World Cup. Going back to Rodri, he had a shitty club season, but he shined in the World Cup. Who else? Dembele had a good World Cup, didn't exactly make it all the way to the end, and he also had he didn't play the whole club season. That's what takes away from his shit, but they won the Champions League again and whatnot. So, hey, it's all up in the air. Why the 2026 Ballon d'Or is still undecided? Let's see what goes down.
The 26 Ballon d'Or is set to be given out in 2 months, yet nobody knows who the winner is going to be.
Oh, I forgot about Mbappe. Mbappe was also out there on the list too, but his downside is he had a crazy World Cup, but unfortunately he didn't have a club season. He didn't win no trophies with Real Madrid, unfortunately. If you use gold assist to predict Ballon d'Or, then Ronaldo and Zidane probably wouldn't win it. Well, I'm not using golden assist to predict Ballon d'Or.
We all already have an inkling of who is most likely to walk away with the award, but we have almost no clue this year.
No clue.
And in this video today, we want to look at why that is.
And notice how I didn't bring up Messi for contention too. Even if Argentina won the World Cup, Messi still did not deserve the damn Ballon d'Or. I'm sorry.
2026 Ballon d'Or is still undecided in August. The main culprit here is certainly the World Cup. Whenever there's a big international tournament, it usually has a huge effect on who the Ballon d'Or favourites are. We most recently saw this play out in 2024. After the regular season, everyone said that the Ballon d'Or was between Vinny and Bellingham, with the Brazilian being the clear favourite. Then the Euros and Copa America happened and it ended up going to Rodri. The same thing happened in 2023. It felt like Erling Haaland would win it after helping City complete the European treble and breaking all sorts of goal-scoring records.
Do y'all realize this Erling is dead ass never winning a Ballon d'Or? As great as a player that he is, this is never winning the award.
Cup happened and the Ballon d'Or ended up going to Messi. Now we're seeing the same pattern again. Towards the end of the season, we were hearing names like Usman Dembele, Kvicha Kvaratskhelia, and even Declan Rice. But after the World Cup, none of those names are even showing up as the favourites. Everything is all muddled up right now. And because there was nobody who had the perfect season from club football through to the World Cup, we find ourselves in a place where you can poke holes in the argument for every single person in the running for the award. Rodri had an excellent World Cup and was named the player of the tournament, but he was injured for almost the entirety of the 2025 to 26 season and didn't really contribute much. Even at that, Man City crashed out in the round of 16 of the UEFA Champions League and failed to win the Premier League. Kylian Mbappe is another guy whose name has come up. Individually, he had a really untouchable season, arguably the best. He finished as the top scorer in La Liga, top scorer in the Champions League, and top scorer at the World Cup.
See, I ain't know this won golden boot in every single competition. I didn't know that.
And top scorer at the World Cup. He also broke the record for most goals in World Cup history and was voted the 3rd best player at the tournament. However, he failed to win a...
In this and him or Messi, if y'all really think that Rodri deserved player of the tournament over this or Messi,
best player at the
come
tournament.
on,
However, he failed to win a single team prize. Not La Liga, not the Champions League, not the World Cup, not even the Spanish Supercopa or Copa del Rey. Without a single piece of silverware, it's hard to hand him the Ballon d'Or despite how good he was individually. One of the criteria for the award is team achievements and trophies, and Mbappe had 0 in that aspect this season. Heck, he didn't
He said Rodri locked him up. Bro, Rodri wasn't even on it. Bro, Rodri was not marking his ass. I seen Rodri on Olise more than anything.
This season. Heck, he didn't even reach any final apart from the Spanish Supercopa. And then, of course, you have his international teammate, Ousmane Dembele. He is the reigning Ballon d'Or holder, so his name will always come up, and he had a good season in the trophy front. He won the league and the UEFA Champions League.
He did.
But the problem is that he was hardly the main man in any of the campaigns. Kvara was PSG's main guy in the Champions League, even winning the Player of the Season award in the competition. And of course, Mbappe was France's main guy at the World Cup by a country mile.
Facts.
Dembele was named Ligue 1 Player of the Season.
And that was a boozer. He only played like 9 games. The narrative stuff in the football world it be some travesties going on. It's a travesty to all the players who actually played good in the Uber Eats.
By a lot of pushback from fans who could not believe the award went to him after a season where he started only 11 games all campaign and was not even one of the top 5 highest goal scorers in the...
Shout out man like Ballon, but this LaPaul dude, the Panicelli dude, like you feel me? Go. These are all goals, right? Yeah, this is the goal scoring list.
The league.
None of these
all
niggas
of
getting
these have made
shine.
him fall down the pecking order, much lower than he was when the season wrapped up. Kvara too, of course, suffered that fate. He had an all-time
trying to get his
Champions League
campaign
run,
going,
especially in the knockout rounds. But the fact that he was not at the World Cup has pretty much ruled him out of the running for the 2026 Ballon d'Or. But for a lot of people, Harry Kane is now the big favourite for the award. But there are a lot of reasons why he's not the perfect candidate either. We'll get into that in a second, but if you aren't yet subscribed to the channel, now is the perfect time to go do that, so you never miss out on our
England
amazing
final knockout
content.
game or whatever.
Football fans, this is the deal you don't want to miss. Whether you're hunting for an
Get your
iconic
money, baby.
a goal 90 shot. Okay, now back to the video. You see, Harry Kane's argument is pretty solid. He completed the domestic treble in Germany and finished as top scorer in the Bundesliga. He also won the European Golden Shoe and finished 3rd at the World Cup. But here's the thing, he wasn't the main man in any major competition he featured in. Michael Olise was named Bundesliga Player of the Season. Kvara was named Champions League.
Hey, but we know all of that don't matter. When Rodri won it, this Philip Foden was Player of the Season.
Bundesliga Player of the Season. Kvara was named Champions League Player of the Season. Rodri was named World Cup Player of the Tournament. Heck, he wasn't even the main man in any of his teams. Michael Olise was named Bayern Munich Player of the Season, while Jude Bellingham was obviously England's best player this year. If you aren't the best player in your own team, how can you be the best player in the world?
Bro, I feel like to sit here and say that Harry Kane is not Bayern's best player is a disservice to Harry Kane. Shout out Olise, he did his thing, but their best player is still Larry Lane. Titles and names of the awards aside, the nigga had the second best statistical year out of anybody in football history. Well, in the modern era, right there behind Neil Messi. The calendar year. Come on, man.
On top of that, he failed to win or even...
You said, scoring from Olise creativity, bro. Larry Lane's job isn't to be creative. His job is to score. Just like you like Rodri's job is to pass backwards, Larry Lane's job is to score. His job ain't to be creative.
On top of that, he failed to win or even get to the final of any of the 2 biggest competitions of the year, the World Cup and the UEFA Champions League. So, despite him having outscored everyone in Europe, these shortcomings still poke serious holes into his argument. But then you have Lamine Yamal, the teenager who finished 2nd last year and is in the conversation again this year. He won the World Cup, La Liga and the Spanish Supercopa. That's more trophies than most of the other candidates.
But
individual accolades, he also has them. He was named La Liga Player of the Season and finished as the league's top assist provider. Put together, it seems like a really solid CV, doesn't it? But there are two massive issues here. First of all, Barcelona were disappointing in the biggest competition, failing to even reach the semi-finals of the Champions League. And then the second issue is that Lamine Yamal failed to impress at the World Cup. He was not the best player in his team. Heck, he wasn't even the best teenager in that Spain team. So even if he won the trophy, you have to admit that the likes of Rodri, Mbappe, Kane, Dembele, Bellingham and even Messi were much better than him at the tournament. Speaking of Messi, even at the age of 39, he has refused to go away from the conversation. After his performance against England in the semi-final of the World Cup, bookmakers had him as the favourite to win the 2026.
And I'm so glad Argentina lost, so we can stay away from the fake ass discourse that niggas wanted to give this Messi the Ballon d'Or. I am so glad they lost.
Ballon d'Or.
You said if he won, nobody could convince you he didn't deserve it. Club season, Major League Soccer trophy weighs that much for Ballon d'Or, nigga. If that's the case, the next World Cup winner and somebody on that team won the MLS, you give it to that fucking MLS player. So say Croatia win the World Cup, right? And Peter Musa won the MLS with FC Dallas. In the 2030 World Cup, you telling me Peter Musa will be the favorite to win the Ballon d'Or? No, he would not. He wouldn't even be in conversation. He said World Cup weighs that much. All right, we go see who win Ballon d'Or this year. I think it's going to Larry Lane.
It's Ballon d'Or, but here's the thing. Even at that point, everyone knew that for Messi to really have a real shot at the award this year, he
said Peter Musa won't crack 15 goals in assists. What's this? What's this? What's this, boy? Somebody let me know real quick. Now he moving the cones back. See how they do? See how they do. What is this, boy? Come on, man. Put some respect on my boy's name.
Win the World Cup. Falling to Spain in that final made it a very difficult task for him, mainly because he no longer plays his football in Europe. Yes, he won the MLS Cup in the season under review and was named MLS MVP. But those trophies and awards outside Europe simply don't hold as much weight compared to those achieved in European leagues and the UEFA Champions League. Maybe if he had won the World Cup Golden Boot and Slash or Golden Ball, it would have helped his case, but whether or not you think he deserved to be named the player of the tournament over Rodri, him not winning it surely hurts his Ballon d'Or case. But don't forget that this award is voted for by journalists, and there are people who revere him, so he's likely to still be in the top 5. And it's great that we bring up the journalists now, because that's one thing that can still sway the outcome of this award, leaving things very undecided at the moment. Will we see teammates split votes opening the way for someone else? That is very possible. In 2024, we strongly believe that one of the reasons Rodri won was because a lot of the Real Madrid affiliated votes were split between Bellingham and Vini. The question now is, could that happen again this year? Could the Spain affiliated votes be split between Rodri and Yamal? And remember that Rodri is pretty much already a Barcelona player now. So who knows? The Barcelona affiliated votes could also be split. The French affiliated votes could maybe be split among Dembele,
so it sounds like Larry Lane go in.
And maybe English votes could be split among Harry Kane, Bellingham and Declan Rice. Absolutely anything can still happen.
Come on, man, bro. Jude and Declan is not getting no damn serious votes for no Ballon d'Or, bro. Come on.
And that's why this year feels so different. At this time last year, most people knew that Dembele would win. Or at the very least, we knew that it was between him and Lamine Yamal. Right now, it is still very difficult to streamline things to just 2 players. Maybe this could make for the most suspense-filled Ballon d'Or ceremony in years, or perhaps it is building us up for what will be perceived as a very controversial Ballon d'Or. Either way, we now want to hear from you guys. Who do you think will go home with the Ballon d'Or this year? Give us your prediction in the comments.
I feel like the only controversial winners that will be this year is if they give it to Lamine Yamal or if they give it to Messi. I feel like them will be the two main controversy. We see they'll give it to Rodri for all of his gifted titles. We seen that they'll give it to that. It would be controversial if they give it to Mbappe too. So realistically, and shit, Dembele too. Fuck. I don't know, bro. Like I said, I'm not even finna get emotionally invested in this Ballon d'Or ceremony this year. I think Larry Lane will win it. If he don't win it, I ain't gonna be surprised because we know the award is shit. But anyway, hey, why the 2026 Ballon d'Or is still undecided in August? Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Who do y'all think should win the Ballon d'Or? The comments is saying they think Larry Lane should get it. I see Mbappe. I see Mbappe's taking it. I just don't see how he can win it with no trophies. I'm sorry. But anyway, hey, y'all know what time it is. I'm out.